Hi, it's the Beducator, Jeff Shire, and this is the Therapeutic BackSense Elite Marengo Firm. The BackSense Elite lineup from Therapeutic is the beginning of their premium adult support line, and the Marengo Firm is an entry firmer feeling, harder surface comfort model within that lineup. Support from the bottom foundation within this unit comes from a heavy-duty metal semi-flex cage construction. This is a semi-flex, or what some people call a minimal flex foundation. They're quite simple in construction. You have a welded metal grid network on top, surrounded by a perimeter thicker steel border rod. Then this flat grid network is supported by different struts underneath that are stapled to the bottom cross slats. These are examples of corner struts. Now, regularly in the middle of the foundation, you'd have what look like upside down U struts that support the grid network on top. It's stapled to the bottom slat, it goes up, it's welded, it goes over, it's welded, and then it goes down and it's stapled to the next slat right here. I know we still call these box springs in the industry, but that's just so you know that we're talking about the bottom piece of the sleep set. Foundations really are rigid items, and they're glorified risers. They do not impart any comfort to the product. You just want to make sure that they stay flat and firm. And they're normally available in a 9-inch version like this one, or at what they call a low profile, a 5-inch thick version. Now, something that we do unique here at Mattress To Go, all of our regular Therapeutic models, even our entry models, we're still using this nice, strong metal semi-flex foundation. We don't go with some of the less expensive wood foundation with cardboard decks on top. Those really don't hold shape for too long. And also, for our wood slats, we go with slats that are 50% wider than the slats that are used right here on this demonstration unit. Now, support within the mattress itself comes from a very heavy-duty continuous coil innerspring unit called the Superlastic Pro from Leggett & Platt. This is the Superlastic Pro continuous coil innerspring unit from Leggett & Platt. This is the heaviest duty and most advanced continuous coil innerspring unit that Leggett & Platt makes for us. A continuous coil innerspring unit is one wire woven into a grid network of coils that are held together with the helical lacing right here. It is notched at 2 places or offset in 2 points, so it does sense and respond well to your body's weight. We use a good thick 13.5 gauge steel here. It's tempered twice, which is unique with continuous coils, so that it holds its shape extremely well. And it is a high profile unit, so there's quite a bit of steel to sense and respond to your body weight. Now, a unique thing about continuous coil innerspring units is that they maintain a very flat and firm profile on top. This is very important when used with the modern one-sided mattresses, because we don't want the innerspring unit to travel too much, because this will accelerate the eventual loss of comfort of foams by helping to break down the cell walls, the cell structures, the struts in those foams. So very appropriate to use this type of a spring unit with some of the higher quality one-sided mattresses out there. One unique thing that we do here at Mattress To Go is that we are still using the border rod around the top, and I know you don't see it on this display, and around the bottom of this innerspring unit, even with the foam edge reinforcement around the side. This lends extra structural integrity to the innerspring unit itself, and also helps to provide a firmer edge seating surface for you when used in a finished mattress. Around the bottom and the sides of this innerspring unit, we have a solidly glued, high-density, very firm foam edge reinforcement tub called the TheraTub. What this does is provides an extra firm edge seating surface, but more importantly, when you sleep close to the edge of the bed, it minimizes product roll-off. One other thing that is very unique that we mentioned previously, notice that we still use a border rod around the top and the bottom of this innerspring unit, even though it is surrounded by the foam edge encasement. This provides extra structural integrity and extra edge reinforcement within this mattress itself. Now, once the innerspring unit is placed down on the inside of this TheraTub unit, we layer our different comfort layers on top. Now, starting from the top of the mattress itself, in the quilt panel, which are the 2 layers of foam that are stitched underneath the ticking, the covering right here, we have a 1-inch thick piece of a higher density firm polyurethane foam, and then a 1/2-inch thick piece of a regular polyurethane foam. Beneath that, we have a 1-inch thick layer of a high density firmer polyurethane foam, and then beneath that we have a 1/2-inch layer in the middle third of the product of some viscoelastic foam for a little bit of extra reinforcement. Then beneath that we have our pre-compressed firm insulator pad, and then something that's unique to Therapeutic on the left and the right hand sides of the model, we have an hourglass shaped polypropylene layer. It looks like a fishing line netting that's placed on the left and the right hand side of the product. Again, this provides just a little bit of extra reinforcement where people tend to sleep on the left and the right hand sides of this mattress. The Marengo Firm has a 10-year full warranty from Therapeutic. All of the foams on the inside of this product are CertaPure US certified, so there's no formaldehyde, there's no phthalates, no softening agents, no PBDEs, no heavy metals, and it's a low VOC product, and it's made without ozone depleters, so that's a good, for lack of a better term, health certificate for the foams themselves. It is made in the United States, but more importantly, all of the foams, all of the components in this mattress are sourced within the Midwest. It's a very high quality product. And it's the Therapeutic BackSense Elite Marengo Firm mattress.